Finally, peace and quiet. No more bustling city streets. No more crowds talking over one another. No more hotshot teens telling him that he was garbage at table hockey. No more screaming children. No more screaming masses. No more screaming at all. They were all gone. Somehow, only he had survived the nuclear firestorm that had devastated the entire world. It was perfect. Peace and quiet. And now, to make some noise, for he wasn't alone. Luckily, his most precious possessions, the complete discography of Michelle Branch, had survived too. And now he could play it as loud as he wanted. He said, "Goodbye to you, humanity." This was all he wanted. Peace and quiet. Everywhere. He came to the Museum of Sound to play on their overpowered CD player/tape deck combo. He opened the case of the Spirit Room, Michelle's sophomore album, and plucked the silver disc from inside. He popped the disc into the CD player and pressed play. Then his ears fell off. What a twist of fate! No! He screamed to no one, and not even himself, because now he had no ears and could also not hear. But the cockroaches that were still alive very much enjoyed the smooth sounds of Michelle Branch.
Spooky.
As twilight dims and the night begins to stir, in the hollow moments betwixt wake and slumber, you may find yourself in the Spooking Minutes. Listener, be careful. You're in for a scare. Welcome to the Spooking Minutes. This is the podcast where childhood fears come to life. I am one of your hosts, always around the fire. I am Slithering Steve. As always, I'm joined by
Moonlit Matthew.
and Lecherous Louise. She sounds even more like a ghost than usual, but she's definitely here, haunting us. Matt, I don't know if you can tell, but that story I just told you, I mentioned Michelle Branch, and that was inspired by something kind of scary.
Okay.
So yeah, I was at work and there was an event, and sometimes we like to put on some tunes to, for morale.
Yeah.
And one of my elder Gen Z employees, I said, "Do you want to listen to Kelly Clarkson or Michelle Branch?" And she had the gall, the unmitigated gall, to say, "Michelle who?"
Steve, I have a confession. I don't know who Michelle Branch is.
Matthew, you come to me with the gall, the unmitigated gall. If
I've heard the name.
I can save you. I can take you away from here. You know?
I can almost guarantee I've heard thousands of her songs at Shoppers Drug Marts around the world.
Yeah.
I just can't place the name to the face kind of thing.
It's okay. Matt, we're still friends.
Yeah. Thanks.
Louise, do you know her? Oh, of course, I love Michelle Branch. She's my favorite. Louise, classic. Do you want to say, hey, happy Halloween? Really early, but Matt, you have any ideas for Halloween costume?
Today, I'm going to go as you, Steven.
Whoa.
Which it requires a lot of work. I need to dress better. I need to grow my facial hair, which I'm going to try to do in the remaining hours. I need to get a bomb-ass haircut. I need to get that cool swagger that you have everywhere you walk. I need ladies to flock around me as they do around you. It's a lot of work. I got a lot of work to do in the remaining hours before I go trick-or-treating. Hell
yeah. You also need Michelle Branch's entire discography.
Yeah. Can I borrow that from you?
No. Sorry, just laughing. We have made some spirits with us today around the campfire. Some fellas who are maybe sending us some funny messages from beyond. Matt, it's actually real funny. I'm going to dress as you, which means I need more ear hair.
So much.
Longer shins.
Yeah.
And a really positive attitude.
You need that positivity in your life, even when your shins are really long.
Yeah. Longer than his whole body.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'd like to kick this off.
I'm a freak of nature.
I'm sorry. Louise, what are you being for Halloween? I'm going to go as the Oklahoma City Bomber. Yay! Classic Louise. Oh, boy. before we kick off this episode, Matt, I've got a little question, and Louise. Louise can answer
Please.
this question as well. If you met someone, this comes kind of from our conversation with previous guest Holly Clausius. If you met someone who told you that they could see and or speak with ghosts, would you be friends with them?
So it really depends on who their ghost friend is. It's kind of like if I have to hang out with you and I have to hang out with this ghost, is the ghost cool? The ghost is not that cool. It's kind of like how when you choose a romantic partner, you know, maybe you should meet their family first because like you might have spent a lot of time with that mother-in-law and like you want to make sure that you can do that. So yeah, it kind of depends on who the ghost is. If the ghost is Michelle Branch, absolutely.
Oh my God, Matt, do not break that news to me right now.
Is she still around? Oh, see, actually, no, she is.
Matt, she's like, I don't know, she's like 5 years older than us. She's still
Okay. Okay, good. She's Michelle Branch. If you're listening, I'm glad you're alive and kicking.
For me, this would depend. I guess if I was a kid and someone told me that, I would not be their friend because I'd be too scared. But nowadays, yeah, I mean, I'd just be like hanging out with Jennifer Love Hewitt from The Ghost Whisperer. Are all my references from 2005 today? Oh, man.
You're so old, Steve.
Yeah. Louise, what do you think? Oh, yeah, especially if the ghost is the Oklahoma City bomber. Is that guy still with us? All right, well, we've been getting messages. Now we want you guys to hear from them. We've got some guests with us. Today, we're joined by 3 of our friends. That's right. 3 seasons, 3 hosts, 3 friends. Something about witches. Joining us today around the fire, we've got, as they wrote verbatim on the guest form, the coolest guy you know, Brad Robinson. Invader of Atwood, Pug Commander, Thrower of Rocks, Computer Guy, Brad Keys. And Neeb, Destroyer of Toilets, Aaron Neeb. You guys thought my form was a joke, didn't you?
I took it seriously. I took it more seriously than anything I've ever...
I took it seriously.
Yeah. How many toilets you up to now?
Too many to count.
Yeah.
Do you have like a bulk deal with Home Hardware to get those replaced at a more reasonable fee?
You know, you try to, but they quickly realize that they've been duped. And
Yeah, we've been friends for a long time. We've never really talked about what's spooked us as children. Were you guys big fans of being spooked as kids, or was that something? Let's toss it to Brad Robinson first.
Like, unintentionally, I guess. Like, it's one of those, like, horror is one of those things that I'm, like, you know, against what I think is probably actually good for me. I have, like, this, I have a curiosity that I can't avoid, right? So, like, I'll just read about the worst stuff, and I will watch the most awful things. And it's just out of, like, just kind of just morbid curiosity, I think. You know, even when I was a wee little lad, I guess the biggest thing for me as a kid was, you know, we got satellite TV in, like, I don't know, like 1999 or something, or like 2001, something like that. And for whatever reason, some, like, just normal American channel was just playing horror movies in the middle of the day the entire summer break. And I'm like 11, I'm like between the ages of like 11 and 13, and I'm watching things that I should not be watching during the day. I mean, like, there's an age that you should not be when you see Candyman for the first time. I was well below that age, I think. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my relationship with horror. I don't watch as much of it now, but you know, if you put it in front of me, I'm not gonna be able to resist usually.
Yeah. Did you ever say Candyman in front of the mirror?
So here's the thing. Did I say Candyman in front of the mirror? No. That would be too cool. Did I say Bloody Mary in front of the mirror? Also no. Too cool.
I mean, did you feel a little safe because it was daytime outside?
Most of the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I think that was, like, part of it. Like, you still get, like, sucked into it, especially at that age. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, in my mind, I'm like, it's 1:30 in the p.m. and it's, you know, it's in the afternoon, and the sun's up, and everything's good to go. And then, like, 45 minutes into the movie, you're like sucked into Leprechaun 4 in space. I think that was the fourth one.
Yeah.
Those ones were messed up also. Leprechaun movies, like, no, thank you.
I rewatched that recently. They did no work off the top to try to connect that to the other movies. They were like, guess what? He's just in space now.
Yeah, he was in the hood one time, he was in space one time. Like,
I believe he was in the hood twice.
he was in the hood twice?
You
Yeah.
sure was.
Okay, maybe I didn't see all the Leprechaun movies.
They're like, this wasn't
But,
offensive the first time around, but the second time.
You know what is low-key one of the movies that scarred me the worst as a child? And I can't really put my finger on why. Ernest Scared Stupid. There's something about that movie that is just weirdly awful.
Trantor, the Trolls. I mean, it's
Oh.
kids. I watched that recently. We talked about Trolls earlier this season. You got, yeah, he's turning kids into wood, and like the hero kid gets turned into wood too, and that's plus his dog.
That movie was probably not supposed to be as scary as it was.
No.
I'm
It's
guessing.
crazy, right? It's
There's
crazy.
a lot of kid movies like that. They just did not care back then how scared they were. Let's bring the other Brad Keys into this. Were you a fan of Freaky Things growing up?
No, not at all. Nope.
No?
I liked scaring people. Like, I remember hiding in laundry baskets, and like my mom would be, doing laundry, and then she'd take an article of clothing out, and I was there, and I'd jump out. Or, but yeah, I was definitely a big baby when it came to scary stuff. Even like water slides and stuff. I remember bailing, like waiting in line, getting all the way to the top, and then being like, nope, and, like, doing the walk of shame down. And then like for media, I remember, because I was the youngest, I got exposed to things that I probably shouldn't have, and I definitely remember things like X-Files, and one that stands out to me would be like an episode where I think the monster of the week or whatever could turn into gas or liquid or something and go under doorways and through vents and stuff. And I remember going to sleep that night and like just staring at my doorway and be like, So,
And you'd older
yeah,
brothers
definitely
too,
not.
right? Like, I think the
Yeah.
older sibling, it depends if the gender might really play a role there. Like, I had older sisters, so I got exposed to like Road to Avonlea. You had older brothers, you got exposed to cool stuff like X-Files.
Yeah.
So Matt, you also every night were just watching that door.
Yeah, what's her name? Sarah Polly might come in and scary.
How about now? Are you into more horror nowadays, or is it something?
Yeah. No, now I generally just like laugh at the horror stuff, and I love it. I really enjoyed like Evil Dead and that kind of the comedy aspect. But even I remember when I was in my early 20s and I lived on my own, watching all the Paranormal Activity movies. Like, I binged them, and that was kind of fun to do, like, single in my own place at like late at night. That was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
What about water slides?
Water slides, yeah. I definitely got into like roller coasters and stuff eventually.
You think there's a water slide out there that you still might get to the top and then bail out at the last minute?
Maybe. I don't know a whole lot. I don't follow that scene, so maybe.
You're not in the slide scene, bro. You are missing out.
No.
I guess were you X-Files? Were you like a Goosebumps guy?
Yep, I still have all my books.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
you were,
I think
you
I
were,
have like 30.
you were into the frights.
Yep.
Did you graduate to Fear Street?
I think I have maybe 3 or 4 of them, but I don't remember reading any of them.
Yeah.
And I also suspect that even the Goosebumps, I have like 30, but I think I was more of a collector than a reader.
The prestige.
But I did really enjoy the Choose Your Own Adventure ones. Those were fun.
Yeah. Some of those were just. Were you the kind? I think me and Matt talked about this. Are you the kind of kid that would leave your finger on the page and kind of peek to see what happened?
I'm
you'd
sure
be
I
like,
did.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that dumb.
That wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Let's speak of someone who is that dumb. Aaron. What? What's? Were you a scaredy cat? Were you a big brave boy? What was your?
I'm not a cat. No, I don't think I was a scaredy cat, but I wouldn't really watch. I wasn't. I mean, I watched the X-Files too. As soon as Brad started talking about that guy who could change state. It just reminded me of the episode with the Fluke Man. Do you guys know the episode I'm talking about? It's the X-Files? Brad?
He's like
remember
incredibly lucky, right? That guy?
No, no, not that. He's like half man, half like fluke worm, and he can kind of generate his body. Whole episode starts off on like a Russian sub, and like he's been exposed to some radiation. And anyways, this guy was like in the episode, he manages to get like, I don't know, stuck in some like sewer pipes and in the sewage treatment plant, and a guy working in the sewage treatment plant gets like eaten by this guy. And then at the end of the episode, they manage to like cut the Fluke Man in half, but since he's like half fluke worm, he can just like grow his body back.
Oh no.
Anyways, that creeped me out. And then so now whenever my students use the washroom, say like, don't fall in, you don't want to go in the sewers because of the Fluke Man. And usually after like, they're like, who's the Fluke Man? And I show them a picture, and they're like, like, yep. Now imagine being 8 years old and seeing that episode.
You guys, have you always had a fear of, maybe this is from like camping, but snakes coming up out of the toilet while you're sitting on it? Yeah, is that a thought that's ever entered your head?
A little bit. Also, I've heard it's like in countries like in like East Asia where they've got like standing toilets. Like I've heard of that happening a lot more. Where like where pythons will be in there and you're just squatting over top. And I've heard stories of snakes latching onto things. And I mean, some of you guys might not have to worry. They might just be like, oh, there's another snake. But me, they're like, oh, look at that. I can eat that mouse. Louise, you worried about that? No, not really. Great, Louise. I guess you don't seem like a big horror guy nowadays.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really.
You probably like your German expressionistic horror.
Yeah. Nosferatu. The cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
I was going to ask, you have a child now who is coming to the age at which he can watch movies and enjoy them. Do you have a plan for like introducing scary things? Like what's too scary? What are the rules? What are your rules?
Whatever my wife says he can watch.
Nice. Delegate.
I mean, like, there's certain things that like I'll like. I'm trying to think of. I was either watching The Hobbit or The X-Files. Not The X-Files.
They're like the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same thing. No, it was The
The
Hobbit.
Desolation of Scully.
Or Lord of the Rings or something like that. And I thought, yeah, this is like fine, but then there was a couple scenes like he would come up beside me as I was watching it, and like kind of like still be playing. But then I realized, oh, he's sitting like right beside me watching this whole thing. I'm like, the orcs are actually like pretty horrifying, but like his reaction to them as like a almost 5-year-old is very much like interest. But I think later on he reflects on it and then can become scared of it. Right, so
That scene of Bilbo in the first Lord of the Rings, that freaked me out at the time, and still to this day.
Like when he goes to the ring, you mean?
Yeah, that like.
Yeah.
Let's ask you this, Aaron. What was your biggest fear as a child?
snakes.
Snakes. I guess you grew up on a farm. Did you ever, garter snakes? I've always heard stories of like them hibernating just big balls of snakes. Was that something you ever came across?
Yep. Seen big balls of snakes. Seen snakes in hay, like picking up a bale of hay and being like, oh, there's usually a dead snake, but every once in a while a live one.
Yeah. So, is it just the image of a snake, or are you more worried about? I guess is it like would you be more worried of like a venomous snake and like the danger there, or
It's more like getting bit, and also like the idea that they could like. Here's the thing that always bugged me. So I'm like, okay, they have no legs. How do they move? Now I know there's science that talks about how they move, but there's also like, you don't know which way they're gonna move because they have no legs. They can kind of like, and that always freaked me out. Just the idea that how do they get from here to there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still afraid of snakes, or?
No.
Aaron, it's cool. Indiana Jones was afraid of snakes.
Yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say I'm afraid of them. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
So may I ask, if snakes put blinkers on them so you knew which way they were going, would that be less
I think so,
scary to
yes.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right? You can kind of see, like with an animal, you can kind of predict where it could go. Right? With a snake, I don't know. I'm pretty sure like they're just engineered to kind of they can go whatever direction they want to at any time.
Have you ever held one?
A snake?
Yes.
No, I have not held a snake.
Is there an amount of money you'd do it for, or is this like a core you'd never ever do?
I don't know. Like, I guess I do it for money. I don't know. It's just not. It's just. I know it's an irrational thing. I know that it's just something I guess I've held on to. But just
Let's say some sort of 1920s mustachioed villain has strung up your wife and child by a rope and says you have to reach into this pit of snakes and get bit by one. What kind of snake would you want to be bit by?
the other snake.
It's got fangs. It has to have one type of venom, but it could be a dry bite.
Oh, yippee!
Are you just gonna? I guess I didn't say they were hanging over anything. I guess you don't really do it.
Well, like, okay, so, well, yeah, obviously I would do that for my family, Steve. But I don't know. I wouldn't.
What's your answer off air?
What do you? No, I still do it for my family. I mean, they do have like anti-venom, correct, for like some of these bites. So then, yeah, like it's just you don't want to take the risk of, you know. Does this mustachio villain also have the anti-venom?
No, but he's also a snake, and you don't know which way he's going. I believe another one of our friends here is also afraid of a different creepy crawly. Brad Robinson, what was your fear?
I was afraid of spiders growing up.
Whoa.
Yeah,
From no legs to 8 legs.
Yeah, too many legs. I know exactly where they're going. They're coming for me.
Is this like just... This also, I mean, those feel like evolutionary responses to like...
Yeah.
Something
so
we know.
I wasn't always afraid of spiders until I went to public school. So that's to be fair, that's on me. And in public school, I recall, it burned into my memory, the day they showed me an up-close picture of some kind of spider. I don't know if it was a tarantula. It was very up close. Here's the thing that I didn't know about spiders. One, furry sometimes. Not a fan. Not a fan. Two, I knew they had 8 legs. I didn't know they had a whole bunch of eyes. Did not like that. A whole bunch of eyes close together, freaky.
I think the furry ones are cuter, actually.
You think the furry ones are cuter?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're saying crazy things. Like if I was in the woods and I saw like a bear with fur on it and I saw like a shaved bear, I would be scarier of the furry bear. I'd be.
I'm going the opposite on that one.
Well,
that bear's got mange or something.
Oh, see, I would just assume that somebody got the upper hand on this bear. And this is a bear that's been dominated by humans.
He got on the wrong side of some scissors with fetal sassoon.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever stepped on a spider. I'm stuttering because I'm horrified. Have you ever stepped on a spider and it turns out that spider was covered in a bunch of spider eggs, and then when the spider eggs get crushed, like just a million tiny spiders come from under your foot? Because I've done that, and now I don't step on spiders. Some people don't step on spiders. They do that thing where they like put the cup on it and then they slide a piece of paper and then they release it outside. We are not the same. I don't step on spiders because I can't guarantee that when I lift my foot out, a million spiders don't skitter in all directions.
Let's talk to Bradley Keys. Your biggest fear, not getting your turn on the Super Nintendo / What Lurks in the Dark?
Yeah.
Was one of those more of a joke, or?
Yeah, the first one was a joke.
Okay. I mean, you have 2 older brothers. Sometimes it's tough to get your turn on that Super Nintendo.
It was, yeah. And being the smallest, it was not always fair.
Yeah. The dark, though.
Yeah, I remember, figures in the dark. So now, not anymore.
I was like, imagined or real figures in the dark? Because that's really scary if there's actually.
No, I remember, going to sleep and looking over at like the closet in my bedroom, and it reminded me of No Heart from Care Bears. Do you remember the like bad guy? He's pretty
Oh.
creepy. Yeah, and yeah, I think I mentioned to you that we used to get home at
Yes.
night, and we'd park the vehicle and be walking to the house, and I could see a field next to our property, and there was, I'm guessing it was a tree or something, like probably on the other side of the field, just like a lone tree. And but to me, it kind of looked like a person walking, and like my mind would play tricks on me, and it would kind of appear like like it was walking towards us. And every single time, I remember getting out of the car, looking out into the field, and it would just be like creeping me out the whole time, walking to the house. Just things like that.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. That's I mean, as a kid too, like imagining something like that. You're just,
Just my own imagination, right?
but it makes sense. But it's like really creepy, yeah, especially with a field. Like, is it like a farm field or like
Yeah.
so? It was like sometimes like a crop or.
But like whatever it was, like the tree must have been it. It was big enough that I could see it, or I for some
Yeah.
reason I remember this being in the fall a lot, so they might have already
Mm.
harvested or whatever. Yeah.
What if it was a man who was just stuck, and you never
I
had
think
to?
I think that is one of like a legitimate fear of mine actually. Like if I was alone in the woods and there shouldn't be anyone else around,
Mm.
and I turned and I saw someone just standing there, that would like I'd be so freaked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you would do in that situation?
I'd probably like try talking to them, and
Okay, you'd like wave
yeah,
and say
from a
hello.
distance, and like,
Mm,
and if they're weird about it and don't say anything
yeah.
back, and they're still just like standing there or whatever, then I would probably be like, okay, time to go.
Okay. What if they just start running towards you? They're not. They don't have a weapon or anything. They're
I
just
would
running
I would
towards
run.
you. Do you?
Oh,
You
yeah.
run, or you wouldn't like stay
No.
your ground?
No thanks.
Okay.
I don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if they're a giant snake and you don't know which way they're running?
I guess that's done. That's the end.
Oh, okay.
Just submit, play dead. I don't know. Hide behind something.
Nice.
Mm.
You also mentioned
Laundry basket.
you scare him. You also mentioned this is also really scary. This sounds like a dream almost, like a nightmare you'd have as a kid. You went up an escalator, expecting there
Yeah.
to be an escalator to go down, but
Yeah,
there wasn't.
I remember Masonville Mall family outing. We probably did like back to school shopping or something, and I would at that age like I was be like clinging to my mom, like holding her hand everywhere and all that. But I think I saw an up escalator, and I just assumed that when you get to the top, there's another one that goes back down. And then I got to the top, and there wasn't. But also, no one in my family noticed that I did that, because I was just like, "Huh, like I'm gonna go up and come back down," and they'll think it's funny or something. And yeah, I got to the top, and I'm like, "Uh-oh," and I didn't know what I was doing, and yeah, I just like freaked out. Couldn't figure out how to get back down, or maybe I did get back down, but then I didn't know where I was or
Right.
where my family had gone. So yeah, I just like started crying and went into a store, and nice person helped me out, and ended up at the info center or whatever, and they called my parents over the PA system.
That really feels like yeah, just like a nightmare you would have as a kid. Like, I used to have a nightmare
Being
of, like,
abandoned. Yeah.
that too. Like, yeah, like I had a lot of those of like, oh, we're supposed to go somewhere, and my family, I just see them driving away, and I'm like running down the sidewalk, like, no. Or like going into my basement and then finding more basement and going down further and not being able to get out. But yeah, that feels like something where you go up and then there's just no way to go down. Kind of like those trickle down economics, am I right? They just kept going up. Topical.
Nice. One time, speaking of your parents leaving you, my mom, she'd always threatened when me and my sister were fighting that she would like leave us on
Nice.
the side of the road, which we always kind of called her bluff, like she wasn't gonna do that. But then one time she's like, you know what, I'm gonna actually do this. And so we were fighting, and she's really mad at us, and she dropped me and Sue off at the side of the road. We weren't that far from our house, So she's like, you guys gotta walk home. And then she drove off. And then, like, a minute later, a neighbor pulled up in his truck because he saw, like, 2 young kids were just walking on the side of the road. And he offered us a ride home. He dropped us off. My mom felt so embarrassed. She's like, she felt like the worst mom on the planet because she left her young kids out in the wilderness. So that never happened again. And, like, she's trying to teach us lesson, and Mama Minor got taught a lesson.
She should have doubled down and just put you back in the car, drove you back out there, and just like.
I think so. Yeah, she should have made sure
Don't
we
pick
learned
them
our
up?
lesson.
You gotta walk it.
Yep.
Aaron, you also sleepwalked?
Yeah. There was like one summer when I was like 12 where I woke up multiple times. This is like July or August. Multiple times I woke up outside, standing up. And like, it wasn't like cold outside or anything, but like, just not sure like how I got there.
Were you in your PJs?
Yeah, I was in pajamas, yeah. And,
Shoes on or shoes off?
Shoes off, barefoot.
Creepier.
Yeah. So like literally just like got up, came downstairs, walked outside, and then was like, and it wasn't like automatically, like you could just kind of like phase into realize like, oh, I'm outside right now. Yeah. So I must have been dreaming or something, but so after that I like always would close my door. And I've never really done that since, but it's at least twice it happened. It might have happened a third time, but
here's my question. Were you sleepwalking, or was a demon just taking you for a test drive?
Who's to say?
Maybe. How scary would it be?
Maybe the demon's still taking a test drive.
Whoa.
How scary would it be if you're like driving, like your house you grew up in is like in the middle of the countryside, kind of spooky at night. You're just like driving past that house, you look over and see like a kid outside in his bare feet. Like, how scary would that be?
Like, and I was like standing underneath the tree too, just like facing one direction. I guess I was facing like the road, but like that's the one remember all. It's like, yeah. I don't know. It wasn't really. I guess it was more creepy for me because it's like, well, what if something happened or so?
What if there was a snake?
You know what? Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. I had one more creepy story. We had a lot of good creepy stories from you guys. I've never heard. Brad Robinson, you had a home invasion.
I sure did have a home invasion.
Do you want to share? Yeah, tell us your story.
Let's set the stage here. So, it's summertime, aforementioned summertime, where horror movies are on TBS in the middle of the day. So I was at home in the summertime watching horror movies on TBS in the middle of the afternoon. My parents were at work. My sister was like at the pool or something. So I was going to be like home alone from like a little bit before 2 until like 4:30 or something like that. I'm probably like 11 years old or something like that. And I'm in our basement and I'm watching this movie. And, I'm like maybe like 45 minutes into it. And I hear a knock at the door upstairs. So I'm like, okay, like whatever, people knock on the door. Go up to the door of the front of our house, and there's nobody there. And I'm like, that's weird. But whatever, maybe somebody just knocked and left. Kids knock on doors and leave all the time. So I start going back down into my basement, right? So I turn on the basement light and I go back into the basement to finish watching the creepy movie on TV like I'm doing. And I get like halfway back to like our kind of like downstairs like living room. And the light in the basement goes off. So now I'm in my basement in the dark. So that's weird, right? At first I'm like, well, it's a bright sunny day, so it's not like it's a thunderstorm and like the power went out, right? So I was like, that's weird. And then I hear our basement door open. At that point, just fight or flight kicks in, and I'm just like, somebody has broken into my house and I'm about to die. Freddy Krueger is here and he's here for me. I run. I book it. I run outside. I run down the street to like a neighbor's house, like 4 or 5 houses down. I'm like sobbing. I'm like, there's somebody in my house. And my neighbor is like, that's crazy, man. And she's just like, wow, that's wild. She calls my house, and so I'm freaking out. And I only get one side of the conversation because it's on the phone. And she's like, "Hello? Who is this? Okay. Yeah. No, he's here. Yeah, okay, bye." And she's like, "It's your sister."
Oh, man.
So what had happened is, I don't know exactly what happened. My sister had like gone to pool or something, and for whatever reason, like maybe one of her friends didn't show up or something. She had come home early. I had locked the doors to my house because I was home alone. And so she tried to get in the front door and couldn't, so she like knocked, and I think she rang the doorbell. By the time I made it from the basement to the front door, she had given up and gone to the back of the house, where our back door is usually like a little bit more unlocked. I went into the basement, turned the light on. She came in the back of the house, thinking she was turning the light on, but she was turning the light off. And so it was her that shut the lights off on me in the basement. It was her that opened, she knocked, she turned the lights off, and she came in the back door. And I thought I was gonna die, but it was just a totally normal thing that had happened to me. So, do with that information what you will. This is why children should not watch horror movies in the middle of the day. It puts you in a mindset that you should not be in.
I was gonna say, would that have happened if you were watching The Price is Right?
Probably not. Probably not. If it was I don't know. It was such a string of events that is like exactly what happens in a horror movie. There's a knock on the door and there's no one there. You're in the house alone and the lights go out, and then like you start hearing creepy noises that are literally somebody coming into your house. Now in this case, that person was a loved one. But who's to say? Who's to say? Could have been a murderer. I lived in a rough town. You know?
You know what the scary part of that story is for me, though, is when the neighbor says on the phone, "Yeah, he's here."
Yeah.
I would think, "Oh no!" Like she's
conspiracy.
Yeah, like they're all in on it. They all want me dead.
Oh god, you know what? Yeah.
I'm just imagining that neighbor being like in the movie Halloween, and like Laurie running there being like, "They're all dead," and like, "Oh, that's wild."
Crazy. Uh-oh.
Alright. Thank you guys so much for doing this and hanging. We haven't hung in a little while, so it's a good time. Got to hear some fun stories from everybody. Hope everyone has some sweet dreams tonight, not spooky ones. Aaron, I hope someday you figure out which way snakes are going.
Can you guys tell me which way they're going?
Probably whichever way the head's going.
Up your butt.
Got him. How afraid are you of that? Of a snake going up your butt?
Oh, I'm so scared. That'd be terrible, right, guys?
Not a huge, big snake.
Oh no, please. Not my little butt.
Oh no, he's got a little rattle that vibrates. Oh no. That's not a dry bite.
Yeah,
It's so difficult.
But that is horrifying. That idea. Just the thought of that.
This feels like an urban legend. Wasn't there like an urban legend where someone ate like some sort of eggs, and then they got weird stomach cramps, and they went to a hospital and they found an X-ray, and they had like eaten snake eggs, and the snakes attached, and there was a bunch of baby snakes inside of them.
I feel like stomach acid would just blow those away, but
Are they eating the eggs whole? Like, yeah.
Yeah, like a snake.
That's the most inefficient way to get snakes in your butt, I think.
And we'll come out with what the best way is after this. I know, Brad Keys, you'd like to promote that you've got the cutest baby. His cheeks.
I do.
The cheekiest baby.
And hairy.
On the cheeks.
He's got a head of hair. Not on his cheeks.
Full beard, full bush. Yeah, this was so much fun. Thank you guys so much for doing this.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. We'll be back soon with some more The Spooking Minutes. Greetings, spookheads. I'm star of stage and screen and Spellbound Magazine's Hexiest Man Alive 1976, Victor Lacoste. We'll be getting to today's story in but a moment, but first, If you're looking for a delightfully frightful time, then why not watch my 1985 sci-fi horror comedy, A+Lien. A student who's about to flunk out of high school turns his grades around after a super-intelligent alien crash lands in his backyard. This ET helps our young man ace his tests, get the girl, win the state championship football game, get his driver's license, reunite the principal with his estranged father, teach his bully the true meaning of friendship, prove that an evil corporation has been dumping toxic waste into the town's water supply, win a skiing competition to win back the girl after he loses her, steal back the launch codes for a nuclear weapon from an undercover Russian agent, and throw the biggest party of the summer. This romp is certainly out of this world. And now, here's a word from today's sponsor.
We adopted our shelter strays and gave them a home.
And then we groomed them to make them look great.
This was easy peasy.
What should we do now?
You've helped your shelter stray. You've groomed them with the Shelter Stray Grooming Station. You're gonna need that and more to help Mangy Mutt.
Whoa, he's so skinny.
And stinky.
Uh-oh, I think he's got worms.
We're definitely gonna have to express his anal glands.
Hey guys, what smells like shit? Oh no.
It's Mangy Mutt, the new stuffed toy from Shelter Strays.
Look, Daddy, his fur is all matted.
Is that real feces on it?
And real worms.
Like parasites? Like parasitic worms?
Yeah.
No, put that down, honey. What the hell is this disembodied voice?
They needed to have fun. They needed a challenge.
Why are you doing this? What are you? Where did you come from?
What are you? Where did you come from?
Well, I'm from... I don't know.
I do not know where I come from. One day I was here, alone, lost, and so I made you. You are my plaything. I do this because I need to have fun, because I need a challenge. I create, I destroy, I begin again. Your lives are the whim of something you don't understand and that doesn't understand itself. Perhaps we can learn from one another, creator and creation. Or, perhaps, I will never understand, and this is all a futile and perfunctory attempt at discovering meaning, at finding purpose. You are a hollow nothingness, a shell as empty as the meaning I seek to create. Perhaps I am too. The shit and worms in that toy could be more real than our entire lives. What does it matter? Should it instead be Velcro mats of fur that stick? You can trim them away and wash up. And should there be a little tube you can flush out the worms from? Actually, this isn't a bad idea. Now we're on to something. Good job, Rob.
My name's Rob?
Mangy Mutt, you from Shelter Strays. Find it in a toy aisle near you.
Welcome to the jungle. We got blood and fangs. Ooh, yes. Catacomb Custodian, back at ya. I'd like to give a thanks to my cousin Randall for taking over last week while I had my crypt cough. Well, today's terrifying tale sees a group of high ghoul friends take a scream trip to the Amazon. And I don't mean the company warehouses. That's too scary even for me. No, on this back-hacking trip, they'll encounter all kinds of creepy crawlies, wicked webs, and snakes and splatters.
The rickety van bounces along a dirt track through dense jungle. Inside are 5 friends, recent high school graduates all, on the trip of a lifetime through the Amazon rainforest. Oh man, can't believe us 5 friends from high school are finally all here. together backpacking through the jungle.
In the vehicle.
Oh man, I can't wait to get to our campsite.
I sure hope it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I can't believe we found a place that had that temperature-controlled, very comfortable campsite.
The Amazon is a very wonderful climate.
There aren't any mosquitoes here, though. Have you noticed that?
That's weird. I wonder what happened to them.
I wonder if they were eaten by something.
Yeah, Matt.
Guys, I was hungry, okay? We didn't bring enough food.
You think vampires eat mosquitoes?
Ooh, do bloodsuckers eat bloodsuckers?
Guys, you don't think there's going to be vampires on the Amazon? I mean, there's a vampire probably, and the Amazon board of directors. Am I right?
Yeah, sucking the lifeblood out of America.
Oh no, guys! The van, it just clunked out.
Oh, no.
No.
So this backpacking trip is now actually going to be a backpacking trip.
Oh no! But guys, the sun just went down really quick.
Don't worry, we're pretty close, aren't we?
According to my GPS computer, which I programmed myself, it says we're 12 kilometers away. But we've got to go through the jungle, off the beaten path.
I wish there was like a nice escalator here or something that we could just go up, you know?
And down.
It's usually good when they go down.
If it just went up, that'd be terrifying.
All right, so our options. Stay in the van, wait for AAA, Amazon Auto Association, or we rough it through the Amazon in our flip-flops.
Why are we wearing flip-flops? I thought this was a hiking trip.
Flip-flops and Speedos.
Is that all you brought, Steve?
Yeah, I'm a late packer. Check out my Speedo.
Steve, you were supposed to bring the sandwiches.
Oh man, guys, I really boofed it. Oh, it's okay. We'll go through the jungle. There's already sandwiches at the well climate-controlled cabin that we're staying in. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen along the way, even though it's gotten very dark very quickly.
The thick Amazonian foliage is no match for Stephen's machete. He hacks at the broad leaves and twisted vines, slashing a path through the wilderness.
Where'd you pull that machete from, Steve?
Hey, the Speedo's got pockets. Don't worry, guys. Yeah. We're getting our way through here. Oh, sorry, I just stepped on something. Let me just pick it up. It's, well, it kind of looks like, after you've had sexual intercourse and you discard the prophylactic that you've worn.
I don't know any of this. What do you...
Man, I'm telling you got to wrap it up. Aaron, Brad, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You wrap it up.
Brad's too innocent.
I'm saving myself.
I have a child.
Oh my God.
Wow, we just got out of high school.
Hey, where we're from, that's not a surprise. Well, I'm just saying, this looks kind of like a used condom. It's really big. I guess I didn't use it. But it looks like a snake skin. You know how they shed?
I did that too, though.
And it's quite ribbed.
Hey, I don't want to change the subject here, but, we're still pretty far off. It's getting really dark. We should probably just make camp here, right? There's a nice clearing. I brought my tent.
We are still right by the van. We might as well just set up. Sorry, Brad, it's not going to be temperature controlled.
We don't want to get too far away just in case AAA shows up.
Yeah. That's the one thing, too. We get great cell reception out here in the Amazon.
Gotta have my Netflix.
Is snakeskin flammable? Could it help us light a nice fire?
We can try it.
Can we roll?
Roll what, Aaron? This isn't one of your lame Dungeons and Dragons campaigns that you're always trying to get us to play, all right? We like sports. We like football. We like women with jugs and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Body spray.
Yeah, Axe body spray. If there's anything this Amazon needs, it's more Axe body spray.
We should just cut down some trees like a man.
Yeah, let's just cut down more trees.
Let's do it.
Roll your dice on that, Aaron. We've got beef now. And not real beef, because I forgot the sandwiches. Oh, hey, wow, snakeskin does light on fire. That's crazy.
the friends heap snakeskins on a roaring fire, maintaining a perfect 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hey guys, I have a question. We found all these snake skins, but no snakes. Where are the snakes?
That's a good question. That's also, I was just bringing over, I found, maybe you guys can answer this question for me. How many legs do snakes have?
You know what? I don't think they have any legs actually.
I was gonna say one. Like they are a leg.
I guess you could. I would say anywhere between 0 and 1 legs.
I would say a snake is more of a tail than a leg, though. Is a tail a leg? Would you look at a dolphin and say he's got one leg, or do you say he's got one tail?
Leg. Yeah, I'd say leg.
It's definitely leg.
Oh, okay.
I'd say 2 legs, like a mermaid. You know, does a mermaid have 1 or 2 or no legs?
Are we talking fish on the bottom, lady on top mermaid, or are we talking about a fish on top, lady on the bottom mermaid?
If it's that, then I'll concede my point.
And are we talking about a mermaid that has been cursed by a sea witch and thus gains legs and thinks that a fork is for doing her hair? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Dingle Hopper?
I was going to say, this skin that I'm carrying seems to have 8 legs.
Well, that seems to be far too many to be a snake.
Well, now that I recall biology class, which I just graduated from not 2 months ago, spiders also shed or molt their outer layer.
But, Steven, is it possible that this 8-legged skin you found is just actually 8 snakes stitched together?
Matthew, after further inspection, it is just 8 snakes that have stitched together.
But who did the stitching? There's no one out here.
You know, going back to biology class, of which I graduated not 2 months ago, some spiders can use their webs in order to create complex shapes, and I'm assuming also crochet. Like the Amazonian crochet web.
So you're saying a spider found these snake skins, stitched them together.
Yeah,
That makes sense, yeah.
How many pockets are in your Speedo, Steve?
at least 3.
Because I see a bulge coming out of a spot where I wouldn't expect there to be a pocket.
Let me look down. Yeah, it seems to be something inside the skin of my leg. I'm just going to reach in there real quick. Put my hand right in there. Wriggle around. Thinking back to biology class,
Yeah.
from which I graduated not 2 months ago, it seems something has implanted some sort of snake-like spider creature inside my leg. And it's about to burst out, I think, because it's getting bigger by the second.
Now, I got an F in biology, so I may not be the right person to point this out, but as far as I understand, that's actually not normal.
I'm also noticing on the other side, my other leg seems to have a similar bulge. And, guys, I feel like, yep, they're bursting open. Yep, there's some sort of spider-snake hybrid coming out of my legs. And now my legs are gone. And, Aaron, I don't know which way I'm going.
Hold on, we cut to a flashback. Earlier that day, they're driving along in the van, and they stop at a roadside vendor who is selling eggs. Ooh, delicious. Hey guys, let's stop and get some eggs. This looks delicious.
Oh, hello.
Those don't look like normal eggs.
These are very good eggs. You like the eggs? I like to give you eggs.
It's a very strange South American accent you have there. I'm
Me?
not familiar with what part of South America that's from.
I immigrated to South America from, let me try to think what kind of accent I am doing. See, Eastern European. I've been here a long time. I consider myself a local. Probably I'm from, I'd say Estonia, perhaps.
Estonia, that's what I was going to say Estonia, but I was kind of like, I was flip-flopping between that and Finland. But yeah, Estonia checks out.
Yes.
Your accent sounds more Hungarian than Estonian.
Hey, Estonia, Hungary, it's all the same area. That rhymes, so it's got to be correct. Anyways, you guys want some of these eggs?
They're just regular eggs. Just regular eggs. We can just...
Oh, completely regular, non-GMO,
totally natural.
non-tainted with. I didn't find them in some sort of cave. They're just good old regular eggs.
You got any pickled?
Like, what do you guys think we should do? Get like a dozen, like 2 dozen? What are we thinking? How hungry are you guys?
Oh, I'm starving.
I'm starving.
Starving?
Maybe like a dozen each?
Yeah.
I also have hamburgers.
Nah.
No, you sold me on the eggs.
Okay.
You sold me on the eggs.
Yeah. Don't be weird if they kind of shake or if they start to rumble. That's just completely normal with normal eggs. You know how we are in the Amazon. They like to dance and boogie.
Yeah. I've heard about that. I've read about that on the internet.
The only problem is I forgot to bring our frying pan, so we're probably just going to have to like chuck these back whole.
Bottoms up, Rocky style.
If it's good enough for Rocky, it's good enough for me. I've been trying to bulk up anyways.
I only like them pickled. I don't know if I can. Does someone else want my eggs?
I'll take them. Let me scarf those eggs.
Something's a little funky about these things. I don't want them.
More for me.
We got back to the present. Do you guys think there's anything connected to like the meal that we had earlier with those eggs that kind of seem to be almost alive? And what's happening to your body right now?
How many of those eggs did you eat?
Well, so a dozen each. I ate Brad's dozen. I'm trying to remember if I ate Aaron's dozen or if I didn't. Aaron, did I eat your dozen of eggs too?
You certainly did.
Yeah, so that's... Let me think back to math class, of which I graduated not 2 months ago. 36 eggs.
No, you ate mine too, because I ended up going for the hamburger after all.
Oh, you did go for the burger. Okay.
I gave you my eggs to hold on to, but like you still have them though, probably, right? Like
I did try to hold them in my mouth, but it was hard to get... It was hard to fit them all, so I would put one in and then another one. Guys, I've got more bulges popping up.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Not my legs, which are gone now, just all over my body. Yeah, there's more of these things bursting out of me, and they're growing quick, let me tell you.
Hey, pal, you doing okay there?
I think I'm gonna make it.
So like maybe just like maybe is it cool if like I don't just hold on to that machete for you for a second?
I know we're only pretty far from the van, but can you guys come back for like a first aid kit?
You told me not to pack it. You said there's only room for your Speedos.
No, I packed it with the sandwiches.
I forgot the sandwiches.
Hey, somebody say sandwiches? I was here. I'm AAA, here to fix your van.
Oh, hey, AAA. Hey, do you know how to save lives?
Lives? No, but I got plenty of sandwiches. Also, I can fix your vein. It's me, the guy who sold you guys those eggs. I don't know if it's the same accent or not. I'm trying to. That guy looks like he's dead. I'm gonna tell you straight away. Also, if you guys look the other way of the jungle there seems to be, I don't know where I'm from right now. There seems to be some sort of big giant spider snake creatures. So you guys might want to get out of there.
Yeah. How did you get here? Did you drive? To come fix our van, or?
I'm on a bicycle. It's a tandem. I can only take one of you guys.
Okay. Or you stay here and fix the van, and two of us will take the bike, while the other two stay with you to fix the van.
Okay, I'm just wondering though, are you guys locals? Do you guys know the roads?
I mean, like, it's a road, right? Like, you just kind of have to follow it. Do we need to, like, or you could just, like, GPS or...
Oh, GPS. Yeah, that guy's got a GPS on him.
Yeah. He programmed it himself.
It's also a big, comfortable tandem bicycle. You could probably get 4 people on there if you really like to.
All 4, you think?
Yeah.
So, like, seat, back of the seat, holding onto the waist.
In a masculine way.
Yeah, and then sitting on the handlebars, obviously.
And you got pegs.
Standing on the pegs in the back, which you have here to do sick grinds in the Amazon, like Tarzan from the movie Tarzan.
Oh, you saw that?
Big fan.
Grinds on vines.
So do we have enough space, though, for Steve's corpse? I feel kind of bad just leaving him out here in the Amazon after he has exploded into a whole bunch of spiders /
We could probably, like, tie him to the back, maybe, and just kind of drag him through the Amazon.
Yeah, there's rope.
It looks like he's done erupting from every orifice and part of his body.
It is bad news for you guys, though, because that means there's more than monster things out there.
Should we check his pockets?
I mean, if you want to dig through his Speedo, be my guest. Who knows? Maybe he has another machete hidden away.
Oh, wait. Guys, just a second. Wait. I found the sandwiches.
Well, that trip wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Eggs. But luckily they found their Scarebnb. Probably. Watch out for those cleaning fees. Ooh! Well, that's all for this season, dear listener. And thank you so much for listening with us. But don't worry. Our ghosts with the most will be conjured back before you know it. But until then, have a safe and happy Halloween. And thank you from the bottom of my black heart for listening. And I'll say one more time, Boogaloo! Oh, trick-or-treaters. This has been an S&M Experience production, produced and edited by Stephen T. Holmes and Matthew Miner. Theme music provided by John Muter and Birds Got Your Back. Need something made for your creative project? Check out birdsgotyourback.com. Special thanks to the Cultural Collective for the gracious use of their spooky studio space. And if you're looking for more comedy content, subscribe to the S&M Experience on YouTube for monthly sketch comedy videos. And thank you so much for listening. Sleep fright and have pleasant screams. Yes, screams.